Hello, my name is Claire Banham and I'm a minister here at St Helen's Church, Wheathampstead. Before we begin today's story, I wonder what is your most precious possession? Jesus loved telling stories. He used the stories to help people realise what God is like and imagine what it could be like for them to be back in a loving relationship with God. So he told his friends this story. Now let's open the book and listen to The Pearl of Great Price.
There once was a man who made his living buying and selling pearls. He was very good at his job, and people came from all around, both to sell him pearls and buy the precious little balls for their jewellery and treasure boxes. Over the years, the man had built a great empire from his business, and he was very wealthy. He could have stopped and lived a life of leisure in his great mansion, but he kept on going, buying and selling pearls. Until one day he saw before him the greatest pearl he had ever seen in his long, long life. It was beautiful. It was exquisite. It was quite simply the most perfect, precious pearl the man had ever seen. 1 in a million. The man knew that he couldn't pass up this opportunity, but it was incredibly expensive, more than even the wealthy man had from his whole business empire. What was he to do? So that very day, he set about selling all that he'd worked for, all that he'd built up, that he valued and loved, until finally he had the last penny he needed to buy the precious pearl. And now it was his, and his joy was uncontainable, and he celebrated with all of his heart, for he knew that this priceless pearl was worth every single penny.
Some people were puzzled when they heard that story. What did it mean? Well, you could look at it and think that God is like that precious pearl. When we understand how amazing He is and how valuable His love is, we will be willing to give up everything we have to be close to God again. Or you could say that Jesus is like the man in our story, and we are the pearl. Jesus sees us and is willing to give up everything He has in order to win us for His Father's kingdom. So, what do you think? Is the pearl God, or is Jesus the man? I think the answer is yes. It can be both, because God is the most precious thing in the whole of existence. But Jesus thinks we are worth everything, even His own life. I'm going to pray now, and if you want to make this prayer your own, you can join in with the Amen at the end. Dear loving God, You are so good and so perfect that knowing You is worth everything. Thank You that Your Son Jesus was willing to give up everything in order that we can be close to You again. Amen. I have enjoyed sharing this story with you, and I look forward to seeing you for our next story very soon.